1521. So in our last session, we discussed about 1520, that shloka, which is very powerful, which, by the way, I don't know who, I think was it Gaurav Prabhu or Piyush Prabhu mentioned about the homework for this thing. That's nice. Thank you for that.
Gaurav Prabhuji.
Gaurav Prabhu, yes. Yes. Only thing is, if it would be nice if we use the word assignment. Homework means it looks like a school, I don't want to. It's just up to everybody to give their own thing to feed. Okay, so let's read the next shloka. We read the purport for the previous one, right? 20. We have to read 21 now. So who would like to recite this verse now? We read the translation earlier, but it would be good if we can read once again and read the purport also.
May I try, Prabhuji?
Please, Prabhu. It's a bit of it is a bit of a tongue twister.
Then I should not go for this.
No, please.
Because I am not able to speak even normal, so okay, I will try.
No, you try from the English one, Prabhu. If you read the Sanskrit, it might be a bit difficult because all letters look similar there.
Yes, Prabhuji. Tvam atmanatmanam avehi amogadrika parasya pumsa paramatmana kalam ajam prajatam jagata sivayatan mahanubhava yudayo adhignatam.
Not bad, Prabhu. It is pretty good, except the last line, Mahanubhavo abhyudayo adhiganyatam. Abhyudayo adhiganyatam.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Abhyudaya means past tense, right? So this is the next instruction that Narada Muni is telling Vyasadeva to do. So let's read the word for word. You can do the word for word.
Tvam, yourself. Atmana, by your own self. Atmanam, the super soul. Avehi, search out. Amogadrik, one who has perfect vision. Parasya, of the transcendence. Pumsa, the personality of Godhead. Paramatmana, of the Supreme Lord. Please raise the screen.
Prabhu, who is sharing?
Kalam, plenary part. Ajam, birthless. Prajatam.
Kalam, Prabhu, not Kalam. Kalam.
Acha, Kalam, plenary part.
Plenary
Ajam,
part, yes.
Birthless. Prajatam, have taken birth. Jagata, of the world. Sivaya, for the well-being. Tat, that. Mahanubhava, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Abhyudaya, past times. Adhignatam, describe most.
Adhiganyatam.
Adhiganyatam, describe most vividly.
Gana means weight, heavy. Actually, adhiganyatam means adhiganya. Adhiganya means explain it very deeply, very vividly, very deeply. So adhik, like I mean to say, in other words, increasing its value or revealing its actual value, basically. So go as deep as you can. That's what he's trying to tell. Very beautiful word that is abhyudaya. Abhyudaya means past tense. Abhyudaya. See, there's a very beautiful word. Abhi, adi. These are the prefixes. If you see the root words, it is udaya and ganya. See, the udaya word is very beautiful because sun is always moving, correct? It doesn't take birth newly when it comes up. It's the same sun. It rises, sets. Udaya means rising. right? Asta means setting. So his pastimes are always happening. It's just like the sun coming, because at that time only it is daytime for us. It just comes to us, right? So that way, the sun, just like the sun is rising and appearing basically, same way, pastimes are eternally happening. But by your, well, because you have thought about the well-being of everyone. By the way, we haven't read the translation, right? Not yet, no.
No,
Okay,
not
sorry.
yet.
I thought we read it out as explaining this already. Anyway, so Abhyudaya means the past times are always happening, but it appears according to uh, our purity, our sincerity, our desire, etc. That is why that these two words are very nice. Ganya means it is very respectful. That's why we have to reveal it in its true value, so that people can understand its gana weight. You know, the heaviness or the depth of it, basically. Like the moment you see the ocean, how big the ocean is, you see the enormity of it, and you feel really immediately you feel um, in awe. No, really we feel at awe when you see huge mountain, the Himalayas or some huge mountains, or then we see the sky. This thing, the thunderstorm, and all these things. When it is really magnanimous or magnificent, we give it that respect, the due respect now. So that is very much important when we are actually describing the glories of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord, etc. So these two important qualities that he has given, that you please describe the pastimes of Krishna, which are the pastimes itself have this quality that they every day they keep Krishna keeps doing his pastimes in all the universes all the time. Eternally it is happening. So make it appear by your sincere desire, like how sun appears every day because of Krishna's control, Krishna's command. Same way by our, when the darkness is there, by our sincere prayers only we can bring forth Krishna into this world. And for, into this world means for everyone's benefit. So that Abhyudaya is a very beautiful word here. And Adhikanyatam is also a beautiful word. So its value is unlimited, because if we don't describe it properly, then what happens, Prabhu Sumataji? Tell me. If you don't describe it in its true value, what will happen to that description of the past tense?
Deviate, Prabhuji.
Either they will deviate, or they will tell it. They will make it so light that people will just take it very casually, just like Krishna is just like a normal magician, or some little talkative fellow child, like how Indra took Krishna very lightly and got punished for that. So that is that another thing will happen. Or as you said, a deviation, they will tell something concocted ideas and then it will just go thing. Or they will reduce its value, or they may lose faith. When you deviate, then the biggest challenge is that people will lose the faith in these pictures. They will question why Krishna is stealing butter, why Krishna is stealing the clothes of the young girls, why he is um, fighting on the wrong side, and giving so many different things. People ask these questions. Duryodhana is a nice person. Why did he kill him? All kinds of things. Yes, Shiva Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, can we refer to 911 Avajananti Mamuda? Can that happen?
No, you mean you want to read it now?
No. Refer our understanding to that.
Oh, you mean you are connecting it with that shloka?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Avajananti Mamudha Manushim Tanumashritam. So, Mudha people means who have not seen Krishna properly, who have not realized Krishna properly. There is one more shloka, Avajananti Mamudha Manushim Tanum Manushitam Parambhav Vajananto Mama Vyayamanuttamama or Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. I get confused with these two last lines. So that is one word where Muda people don't understand my actual Mama Bhutam, I am the Maheshwaram, no? That they don't understand. There is one more sloka in the 15th chapter. Vimuda nanu pashyanti jnana chakshusha. Yadanto yoginaschainam pashyanti atmanyavasthitam. Vimuda nanu pashyanti jnana chakshusha. One of these things. The second line is correct. If you read in 15th chapter, somewhere in the 10th or 12th sloka, this will come. Vimuda nanu pashyanti. Foolish people cannot understand me. Pashyanti jnana chakshusha. One who can see through their knowledge, through the intelligence, jnana chakshu, through the eyes of the scripture, shastra chakshu, they can understand me clearly. They can understand me better. So this is where it's very, very important to understand the role of the spiritual master here. Is it Rajesh Prabhu sharing?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. I will tell you two slokas, very beautiful slokas. This sloka talks about, one sloka talks about the 11.3.21. It talks about the qualities of a spiritual master. And the second sloka talks about the how a disciple should approach that qualified spiritual master. So 11.3.21 and 22. These two slokas very much come here because Vyasadeva is exhibiting this quality very nicely. So this sloka we all know. Tasmat Gurum Prapadyate Jignasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmani Upashamashrayam. Here this word Upashamashrayam is a very, very important word here. And if you read the translation, it's a very beautiful translation. The meaning is very beautiful. Can somebody read this?
Can I, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of the bona fide guru is that he has realized the conclusion of the scriptures by deliberation and is able to convince others of these conclusions.
This line is
Such
very
great
important. This Shabde Parecha Nishnatam is very important. The qualification of the Bona first of all, he has realized the conclusions of scriptures by proper deliberation, not simply by rote learning. He has to, deliberation means he will be trying to see where and all each of these shlokas are applicable. This is the meaning of these shlokas, how they are applicable and where they are applicable. And not only that, the next thing, important thing is able to convince others of these conclusions. So if somebody is coming with some problem or if they are having some problem, how do you convince them that this shloka has so much meaning that it will, if you just have faith in this shloka, it will help you. First of all, we should have done the Vicharana Paro ourselves. Then, by our Vicharana Paro, we should be able to convince others of these conclusions. And for that, we also should have full faith in the Shastras, our Gurus, Acharyas, and everything. So now, another important thing is this: such great personalities have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations. No material considerations needed. They can be born of any varna, any ashrama, nothing is required. Shopachoto Gariyan. Even if he is born of a Chandala, he is considered as a bona fide. What is that shloka? Prahlad Maharaj prayer. Vipra Vishat Guna Yutadara Vindanabha Padaravinda Vimukhat Swapacham Varishtam Manye Tadarpita Hito Vachane Hitat Pranam Punati Sapulam Natu Purimanah. I think it is 7, 9, 10 or 11. Beautiful prayer. 7. Very beautiful shloka. This is 10, yes, 7, 9, 10. See, Viprat Dushad Guna Yutat. Viprat Dushad Guna Yutat means Dushad means 12 qualities. 12 Brahmanas qualities, whatever Brahmanas which there in the shloka. So this is all the 12 qualities, the Brahmana qualities he is having. Viprat Dushad Guna Yutat, he is having all these qualities. Aravinda Nabha Padaravinda Vimukhat means he is Vimukhat means he is turned away from. He is not attracted to. He is not attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna. Aravinda Nabhas Padaravinda. This is how we should read the slokas. Viprat Dushad Guna Yutad, the person, suppose a Brahmanical person is there, he is having all these 12 qualities. Aravinda Nabha Padaravinda Vimukhat. Krishna's Padaravinda Vimukhat. He has turned away from Krishna's lotus feet. Sapacham Varishtam. Sapacham means a dog eater, Chandala. He is Varishtam. Who this Sapacham, this Chandala, his Varishtam means better or greater, more glorious, even more appreciated than that Brahmana who has all the 12 qualities. Provided this Sapacham person, he has the following qualities. What are those qualities? Manye. It's my conclusion. Prahlad Maharaj is telling. Tad arpita. Yes, arpita. Yes, arpan kiya hai unhone. He is surrendered himself. What all ways he surrendered? Mano vachana ihita artha and pranam. What is that? Mana, mind. Vachana, vacha, our words. Ihita, by his endeavors. Artha, wealth. Prana, life. In all these ways, if that even low-born person is giving himself, arpita, yes, arpan kiya hai unhone, then he punati sapulam means he can purify the whole his family. Who? That Sapacha person, that dog-eater. Provided he has offered everything in Krishna's service. All these 5 items. Mana, Vachana, Ihita, Artha, Prana. Natu Bhuri Manaha. Bhuri Manaha means that Vipra Brahmana is there. No, he had all the 12 qualities. But he had these people, they have this pride. There, I am greater, prestigious position. They feel that I am in a better caste, I am in a better born better. So I am higher in the thing. I need so much respect, so much respect and all these things I need. Falsely thinks. Even if he has all those 12 qualities, imagine this person does not have these 12 qualities. Who? The Swapacha person. But those Brahmanas, they have all the 12 qualities as described in the Shastras. But only difference is this the Chandala he has offered, dog eater he has offered is Mana, Vachana, Ihita, Artha, Pranam. These 5 items for Krishna's service. Whereas the other Brahmana who has all these qualities, Vimukha, he is turned away from Krishna's service to Krishna's lotus feet. So he cannot punati himself to the Brahmana person. Who will he go and purify? Whereas this Svapacham Varishtam, why he is more glorious? Because he has offered everything to Krishna's lotus feet. He does not only purify himself, he purifies his entire kula, entire kulam, or his entire family ancestry. That's the beauty of Prahlad Maharaj prayers. Amazing, no? Such an amazing verse this is. So this is how that Guru is referring to that Guru, basically. Who is a qualified Guru? He just simply think that if you go back to the Guru's quality now, this is the beautiful thing here. For 11.3.21. Can you please have, yeah. So this qualification of bona fide Guru is that is relays the conclusions of the scriptures by deliberation. and then he's applying it in his practice, and then he thinks about everybody's welfare. That's what we saw in Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is telling for the well-being of all people. You have appeared on this earth for the well-being of this all people. So your main idea is that you want the good of everybody. So that is all he is doing. He's able to convince others of these conclusions. Because unless you are convinced, you cannot convince others. That goes without saying. So the power of convincing others of these conclusions, Shastri conclusions, not our own concoctions. There are many people who are able to convince very expertly about their own concocted ideas, or they will think about so many things. But that will not transform the recipient's behavior. Why? Because the communication medium may be an expert medium, but then the communicated message is not pure. Message has to be pure too. Medium has to be transparent via medium. It should be completely transparent, right? We are our heart is the medium from which it is we are sharing. But the communicated message also has to be pure, no? So that is where these people concocted things they say, and so in both ways it is not yielding the correct result. So such personalities, such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. First of all, the Guru's main idea is that he should upashama ashraya. He should have completely surrendered to Krishna. And such a surrendered devotee, when he is convinced of the Shastri conclusions by deliberation, when he speaks the Shastri, it will convince others to take it up seriously, take up the process seriously. So this is the quality of a spiritual master, right? Main important quality of a spiritual master. Many such shlokas in Bhagavatam, where so many other qualities of spiritual masters also given, but this is one very important shloka. Now let's go to the next one, because we have understood if you are looking for, say, some spiritual master, we should be looking for qualities like these. Whether they are able to convince us of things. Of course, we won't be able to judge the spiritual master, but at least to a certain extent, we should be able to see whether his words and actions are matching. Whatever he's speaking, is he aligning to that? His others are also buying into it. And all these things are very much important. Now let's go to the next shloka. That's a very powerful shloka. Prabhu, 22. Yeah. Tatra Bhagavatam Dharman Shikshed Gurvatma Daivatah Amayayanu Vrityayaish Pushed Atmatma Doharihi. Can you please read this beautiful verses? Really enjoyed this. Yes, Prabhu.
The translation, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul worshipable deity.
So,
The disciples
can you show the verse also? Okay. Tatra Bhagavatam Dharman. Before we go to the translation, it's very simple verse to understand. You can just simply by reading the word of verse only you can understand. Go to that spiritual master to learn what?
The science of devotional service.
What is that? Bhagavata Dharma. Read from the Sanskrit, you will be able to connect to it even more closely. Because these words are very close to our mother tongue. So Bhagavata Dharma, don't go to the spiritual master because you want to say become a billionaire or you want a name, fame, position and all. That is not the purpose of going to the spiritual master. Tatra Bhagavatam Dharman. Go to that spiritual master whom we read about in the previous verse. Go to that spiritual master and learn only for the purpose of Bhagavata Dharma, that is to get trained in pure devotional service. Bhagavata Dharma. Shikshe, we should learn. But in what mode? Guru Atma Daivataka. Is a heart, it is in very life, worshipable deity, Atma Devata, is his worshipable deity. There's no other way to see the spiritual master. Only with this mood can we get a little bit of that drop of that mercy from Guru. And in what, again, this is first thing about how to approach the Guru. Now, furthermore, what is said? Amayaya anuvritya. Amayaya and anuvritya. Amayaya means no duplicity, no hypocrisy, no deceit. He tried to cheat the Guru by saying that, Guru Maharaj, I want to offer everything to you. The moment we, oh, is it so? Can you offer something now? Can you offer this to me? Then they will immediately say, no, Guru Maharaj, I can't do that. Or we just say, I want to give up everything, Guru Maharaj, I don't want to do anything. And Guru will say, okay, come on, let's just go. No, I didn't say literally, I wanted to. So like this, many times people want to take this thing out of. The one devotee came to meet my Guru Maharaj. I just reminded of this interesting, funny incident. He's like maybe 55 odd years old, 60 around that age. So he came to Rajkot when Maharaj was there. He came and he said, Guru Maharaj, I mean, not initiated devotee and all, he's not even chanting and all that, but he just came, mature in the sense, just little bit older Grahastha. So he said, Maharaj, I want to give up my family and I want to join the temple and take sannyas. Please give me sannyas. Maharaj said, just now I have seen you. It's the first time I've seen you. So please keep coming. You will see. I said, no. Today itself you have to give me sannyas. I'm fed up of this family life. I don't want anything. I mean, the whole family is that, etc., etc. Maharaj said, yes, I understand. But, we have to understand each other. Then we will see. We will definitely give, but you have to take a little time. Then he said, but one thing, I will come to the temple, I will stay, but only one condition I have. Every day in the morning, I want 5 hard chapatis with 3 brown dots on the top and 2 brown dots in the bottom, with the proper ghee thing dipped in the ghee. Then Maharaj said, if you get chapati, you should feel yourself lucky. We normally don't serve anything in the morning. We usually fast. We don't eat only once a day. So if you are coming here for chapati, then how can you take sannyas? So Maharaj said, you are wanting ghee on top of it. Even chapati, if you give, that is a boon, that is a great mercy upon you from us. And you want ghee on top of it, 3 brown dots, 2 dots. Who is there? So you think you have somebody here who will come and do the service that your wife has been doing. You must have tortured your wife like anything. She must have beaten you left, right, and center. And now you are coming here and you want the same respect, same service from us. We are not running the Dharamshala here. You come here. Even I am doing cleaning in my old age with all inability and everything. So you also have to come and sweep the floor here and clean the thing, water the plants and everything you have to do. Then only you will get some little khichdi if possible. Ran away never to come back. That's the last day he was seen in the temple. So this is deceit. We want to something we want to do, but something else comes from our mouth. So this is very important. No deceit, no duplicity, no hypocrisy. Nothing should be there. Very, very clean. If we say we cannot do it, we just say we cannot do it. Please tell me how can it? Any amount of hypocrisy, trying to show more than what I am, trying to show something which I am not. All these things should be thrown outside the door itself before even we come into the temple or come to take these things. Because what happens is, initial days we may be able to carry along our devotional service with these deficiencies like duplicity, laziness, hiding thing, deceit, and all those kind of things we can somehow run. But as we want to grow more and more, the biggest challenge that we are having, which I was talking to my one of my good friends here with me until half an hour ago, or 5 minutes ago. So I meant to say before the class. No? One thing is that we always think about mind control, mind control, mind control. Remember, most of the time devotees ask this question in the classes or Prabhuji, I am not able to control my mind when I am chanting. Prabhuji, I am not able to control my mind when I am serving, and I am doing service with devotees and all these things. But what we don't realize is that right now, at least only mind is not under control. At least right now means for our engage whatever. For most part, to some extent, at least until 30s and before 40s, whatever. Body is at least in control. But what is happening as we go, when Kalacakra Kṛṣṇa, when the serpent of time or the crocodile in Gajendra and Gajendra's pastime, no, that crocodile actually represents the time. It is initially when the elephant is in the ground on the shore or the bank, right? It was able to have some strength to pull back. So the fight was going on for a long time. Crocodile was pulling inside and the elephant was pulling outside like that. And then the elephant's friends, relatives, everybody, they were also pulling back. They were also trying to pull from behind. Isn't it? So at that time, there was some strength in the elephant because it was on its land partially at least. Some land, its feet were standing on the ground a little bit at least. But the crocodile is so powerful, it represents the time actually. So it drags the elephant inside to such an extent that the elephant was losing not only its mind, control of its mind, but also the control of its bodily strength. Once it goes deeper into the water, the elephant does not have the ground to stand its legs. You see? Then what happens? Even if you can swim or here, now what happens on the ground, the elephant only has to fight the crocodile. But in the water, it has to fight not only the crocodile, but its weakness against the foreign place also. Actually, Maya is the water Prabhu, if you want to see it that way. Or Shiva Prabhu is telling about the crocodile is time plus Maya, but crocodile is can represent the time and water represents the Maya. You can call it either way. But the thing is,
Okay.
This elephant, as it goes deeper and deeper, it loses its mental energy, sensual strength, enthusiasm, and everything. We are fighting both. I mean, crocodile can represent both Maya and time, whichever way you want to look at it. But I'm just saying that how in our day of every day we are being pulled by the crocodile deeper and deeper into our old age. So in old age, not only the mind is out of control, even body is out of control. It's a very difficult thing. We can't understand it. Sorry, Prabhu is telling something in new. Chanchalpati Prabhu, I think we are in new.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. You were saying something?
No, I was talking to Raghav's mother.
Oh, okay. It looked like you were talking here. No worries. So, see, this is a very dangerous situation that the elephant, we can understand this point that in this precarious situation, only Krishna and Guru can help. So there is no scope for hypocrisy. How much more I can put dye on my hair, put all different kinds of false tooth and this and that. One by one, it is going off. We are, we try to cover up our many other deficiencies. It's all we are. How much more we can be, in our service or in our, like say, trying to decorate our body more and more. The bare minimum thing we can do, but how much more you can do? It is going slowly one by one. Hair is becoming white, our skins are losing, and hands and everything shivering, and all those things are coming in by. So it's very, very important to understand these two important qualities, Amayaya, Anuvritya. Amayaya means without duplicity. That whatever service we are doing to Krishna and Guru should be without duplicity. Anuvritya means by faithful service. We have to be very faithful in our service. In order to have all these qualities, it's not simply you cannot just go and do these things with all these. You cannot do. But we should understand what is it that we are getting by doing this. Then we will understand how much powerful the Guru is. See what he is doing here. If now you read the translation, because one particular part I have not explained it till now, that I want you to hear from Prabhupada, from the verse directly. Please, can somebody read the translation now?
I am reading, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul and worshipable deity, the disciple should learn from him the process of pure devotional service.
See, this is the first thing is you accept the bona fide as one life and soul means what? The last thing to go from you should be the life, isn't it? The life or soul is the last thing to go from our body. So they should be there till that point. All our senses might go, our anything, memory capacity, everything might go, but Guru should not go from here. It's last. Okay, we should not give it a that sort. It means and worshipable deity. Worshipable deity means when we have the Lord in front of us, how much respectful we are. When we go, whatever time it takes. Suppose you go to, devotees were taking darshan. I think around this period, maybe it's more than a year, little more than a year, isn't it, Chanchalpati Prabhu? Your yatra to Rameshwaram, Srirangam, Kanchipuram, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How much endeavor and troubles you have to take to come all the way and then wait in the queue for hours together to take darshan. So many inconveniences, but still we didn't find them, isn't it? Why, that is why that is because we were giving worshipable deity. The deity is there. Only during his convenient time we should go, and whatever the inconvenience you have to take, also we should be ready to take. Why? Because he is the most worshipable. So we have to wait for our turn. Not that, hey, I am such so and so person. Come on, you come and open the door for me. So Guru is also like that. Worshipable deity in our heart. Keep him forever. That's all. And why we should do this is the way we are approaching. But what is our aim? Learn from him the process of pure devotional service. Share Bhagavatam Dharma. Oh, to understand Bhagavata Dharma is pure devotional service. So that science we have to learn. That's the whole idea, whole aim. Now please read further.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, the soul of all souls, is inclined to give himself to his pure devotees.
See, this is beautiful. Pure devotees means the spiritual masters, acharyas. So Krishna is the soul of all souls, but he always wants to give himself, Atmado Hari. He gives himself to his pure devotees. So when Krishna gives himself to his pure devotees, then we serve the pure devotee. Then by order of the pure devotee, Krishna will give himself to us also. That's what is happening. Next line. Please read now. Next line.
Therefore, the disciples should learn from the spiritual master to serve the Lord without duplicity and in such a faithful and favorable way that the Supreme Lord, being satisfied, will offer himself to the faithful disciple.
Amazing, no? Now, the idea of the spiritual master is to make sure that the disciple sincerely engages in the service of the Lord and the Vaishnavas and get the natural taste for the service. That pure devotional service, I am saying pure devotional service. This is also whatever we are doing, the Bhagavatam discussion, our chanting, everything. This is all included in the pure devotional service. But what are the important things we should do? Without duplicity, faithfully, and in a favorable way. If you worship the Lord, then the Lord will be satisfied. So the idea of the Guru Maharaj, spiritual master, is to make sure that Krishna is satisfied with our service, not only his service. He wants Krishna to be satisfied with our service so that he will give himself to us also. The spiritual master is not thinking that he should give only to me. The disciple should just keep serving me. They are my slaves. Not like that. He's saying that Krishna, my Guru Maharaj gave you, gave me this process by which I can obtain you. And I want to do the same thing to my disciples and my followers. This is how the Guru Maharaj is. So our idea should be to, not that we want Krishna to become our slaves, but we want Krishna to be satisfied with our service to our Guru. And so when we offer this much of person, see the spiritual master as our life and soul of worshipful deity, etc., and then go to him only to learn the pure process of pure devotional service, the Lord will be satisfied with us. And then he will ensure that our devotion, our bhakti is protected. He's very satisfied. So this is the beautiful thing about this verse. It's a very, very more important verse is this than the previous one, because in this we learn the qualities of a disciple. But in this also, Guru is another important quality. What is the relationship between the Guru and Krishna is given here. Krishna is inclined to give himself to his pure devotees. So only one who has received Krishna in their heart himself, Krishna is selling himself to that pure devotee. And when we surrender and serve that pure devotee, then that pure devotee will be able to give Krishna to us. When the Lord is satisfied by our service to him and the Guru. That's the whole idea. See? Any questions? Yes,
there is one Vaishnav song na Krishna se tumar tumi dite paro tumar sakati ache.
That one is there. No, that is also there. That is what a Vaishnava Thakur, I think you are talking about.
Yes.
There is one other Yebara Karna Karo Vaishnava Gosai. That Govinda
to kare song.
No, the line is nice. Govinda, how does it come?
Govind kahe hame Vaishnav Pran. It's like this.
Yes. Something like that. Let me see that. Take this. Yes. Tomara Hriday Sada Govinda Vishram. Govinda Kakela Mora Vaishnava Paran. It is fifth stanza. Your heart is always the resting place of Lord Govinda. The Lord Govinda says the Vaishnavas are in the heart. Yes. So beautiful lines here. How nice one. Okay, so this is what the quality of a Guru is. We were talking about how Narada Muni is asking Vyasadeva to do these services. His important quality is that because he is now this we haven't read this translation. Now let's go to 1520 translation, 21 translation. And we read this. So we went from Abhyudaya and Adiganyatam to these shlokas. This is how Bhagavatam, one word can take us to so many different places really. Okay, so Mahanubhava Abhyudaya Adiganyatam. Okay, so now let's read the translation. Somebody can read the translation and someone else can read the purport.
Yes, Prabhu, I'll continue.
Yes, Prabhu.
Your goodness has perfect vision. You yourself can know the super soul personality of Godhead because you are present as the plenary portion of the Lord. Although you are birthless, you have appeared on this earth for the well-being of all people. Please, therefore, describe the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, more vividly.
So, this is the translation. Let's read the purport also. So, one important quality here is for the well-being of all people. should be our primary goal of doing any service in our life. Any service that we do, this should be the ultimate aim of our. If Vyasadeva was able to perfectly give us this treasure of Bhagavatam, all other scriptures, everything, etc., because his only aim was well-being. Even while writing other Puranas, also his aim was well-being only. He didn't want any personal glorification, some fair name of followers and all that. Only thing is, I was not able to describe pure bhakti, the signs of pure bhakti until it came to Bhagavatam. That was the only deficiency. So let's read further in this. Yes. Anybody? Read the purport. If not, Rajesh Prabhu, you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Prabhu. I think can somebody else continue? I'm not able to hear anything now.
Okay,
No,
I'm reading. I'm reading.
We are able to hear you, Prabhu. I don't know. Something wrong has happened. Today.
May I read by the time?
Yes, please.
Purport. Srila Vyasadeva is the empowered plenary portion incarnation of the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. He descended by his causeless mercy to deliver the fallen souls in the material world. The fallen and forgotten souls are detached from the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The living entities are parts and parcel of the Lord, and they are eternally servitors of the Lord. All the Vedic literatures, therefore, are put into systematic order for the benefit of the fallen souls. And it is the duty of the fallen souls to take advantage of such literatures and be freed from the bondage of material existence. Although formally Srila Narada Rishi is his spiritual master, Srila Vyasadeva is not at all dependent on his spiritual master, because in essence he is the spiritual master of everyone else. But because he is doing the work of an acharya, he has taught us by his own conduct. Prabhuji, please raise the screen.
I think he's not able to listen.
Okay, if anyone is having book, then they can read from book.
Yeah, he's not able to hear us.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah, where did you stop, Prabhu? Chanchal Prabhu?
Oh, no, screen has gone.
But because.
Oh, okay, like lost connection. Okay. Anyway, Prabhu, anyone else have book or else I can. 1 minute. Let me share.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have the screen.
Yes.
He has taught us by his own conduct. I have read up to here.
Yeah.
I'm sharing, Prabhu. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Now we can hear you. I don't know if you are able to hear us.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please raise it. Please raise it up. Yeah.
Okay. But because he was doing the work of an acharya.
He has taught us by his own conduct that one must have a spiritual master, even though he be God himself. Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Ram, and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all incarnations of Godhead, accepted formal spiritual masters, although by their transcendental nature, they were cognizant of all knowledge. In order to direct people in general to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, he himself in the incarnation of Vyasadeva is delineating the transcendental pastime of the Lord.
See, beautiful, no? This is the transcendental humility of Vyasadeva. That's why in this verse, from this purport, we understand the whole situation very clearly. You see, it's because of this purport that the confusion, sometimes devotees are confused. How is Vyasadeva is God himself? You are saying Krishna's incarnation. How can he become despondent? How he can become depressed? How can he become confused? All these things people ask. But here he is doing it because by his own conduct, he wanted to have, he wanted to hear from the spiritual master whenever one's mind is disturbed. So while it's a pastime, but he is doing it to explain to us what will happen when you miss out on the main core item, that is service to Krishna, pure devotional service to Krishna. You are not able to explain that, and beyond that, everything else we are doing it, what will be our mind? We will be disturbed. That's what, and through Narad Muni, he is, as if he is learning from Narad Muni, is through that he is explaining the entire science of Bhagavatam to us through this chapter. So it's a leela between Narad Muni himself will be smiling when he is doing this, but then he is given that role to perform, that to chastise Vyasadeva, to really condemn him. But, I will very condemn what you are doing. So the examples are also given. Krishna did not take a spiritual master, but he, out of his own independent will, free will, he took Sandipani Muni as his guru. That Rama also doesn't have to take Vasishta, Vishwamitra as his guru. We can test them. Same thing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Ishvara. Isn't it? So this is all they're teaching us by their personal examples, and we have to properly understand this. How to accept a bona fide spiritual master. Otherwise, what happens is little bit of qualification we have, we will start thinking, hey, why should I take a spiritual master? I can learn everything myself. But as Bhagavatam says, without the help of the spiritual master, we cannot move in niche and devotions. That's what it's very important. So in this verse, as we discussed earlier also, this two things are very important. One thing is very important. Here is specifically requesting Vyasadeva that describe the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord more vividly. You have done it little bit here and there in Mahabharata, little bit here and there in other Puranas or whatever, but you have to be exclusively, you have to describe Krishna's, the Lord's pastimes in all his various incarnations. Okay, his pastimes should be more vividly. Abhyudaya Adhigandita. Revealed in more weight, bhajan. So when people hear these pastimes of the Damodar pastime, or the Govardhan pastime, or say Makancho pastime, any pastime for that matter, or Krishna's pastimes in Dwarka, everywhere. When you hear that, it should have so much weight that there is so much depth inside that you'll be amazed to see how Krishna is acting and acting through all the various. So that's why Harikatha is always very tasty. How much ever so many other things might have come, different material things have come all over the world, but still, at Harikatha, pure Harikatha will always have its place. Because it's pure devotional service. Any comments, reflections, any questions?
Prabhuji, I just want to ask one thing.
Yes,
as two things were said now here, one is without duplicitous and another is faithfully
faithful and favorable.
And favorable. Practically, in our situation, like it is said now, whatever best you can do, you do. For us or for other young people, if we are saying now, we are saying that at present, whatever best you can do, you do. So in that way, when we are practicing, we ourselves are practicing like this, and we are also telling to others also to practice like this. So in that, will in duplicitous, we are, as per our comfort, we are saying whatever best you can do, you do it. So in which standard it will come?
You are honest. You don't say that, no, I am doing this, I am doing that, and whatever you are doing, that much you are telling. No? So that honesty is good, appreciated. What is wrong in saying that you do whatever within your capacity? If I am not reading, suppose I am not chanting daily, and I'm insisting everyone else that hey, you all should chant nicely to grow in devotional service. I am in devotional service for 25 years because of this, etc., etc. We say that is deceit. When I am myself, I'm not endeavoring hard, working hard on my. So I don't understand if you have any doubts or inhibitions in saying that statement. Is there any hesitation you have while saying that statement?
No, means what I am saying that our surrenderness is not up to the mark. You can say if percentage like 25%, 30% like that.
No, genuinely surrendered person will never say that I am surrendered. So we are honest in accepting that my surrender is not complete, right? A genuinely surrendered person will never say that I am surrendered 100% to Lord or 70% to Lord. He will say that I am not at all surrendered. But genuinely in the heart of hearts, Krishna knows how much we are surrendered. Guru knows how much we are surrendered, isn't it? When I am questioning Krishna or Guru, why they are doing like this, why this is happening to me, I am already surrendered. Even to surrendered people, why is doing like this, etc., etc. That's where the problem lies. Because at that time they will say that you have taken control of your surrender. I mean to say, you have taken the control of measuring your surrender. Sorry, our surrender must always be measured by to the one who we are surrendered to. Get the point here. We are not the ones who define our surrender. So better that we say we are not surrendered. That's better. Right? So that's okay. But we should not say that, hey, I am not surrendered, but at least you be surrendered. That is not the. I am trying to surrender. I am trying my way. With whatever capacity I have. So I am just requesting you the same thing. So you can tell others, please, you can do this. Instead, in materially, we have to say, no, what will say? See, I work so hard, I have achieved this position. If you also work hard, you can also achieve this position. Like this, we may say. But there, the problem is that we are already assumed that I worked hard, and I am the one who measures the entire thing. I am the sole proprietor of measuring and giving the, like, I myself am writing the test, I myself am giving the mark also. How will it work? I myself prepare the question, I myself write the answer, I myself give the mark also. Isn't it? So that doesn't work. So always, that's what people call a self-esteem, this, that, etc. But those things they stop beyond a certain point. They don't go beyond a certain point. It's only up to the materially whatever help you can get. That's all. So genuine in our heart, when the genuine humility is there, somehow or other, the conversations are very pleasing. Like, today also we had quite a few nice discussion. Only one of my friends had come and his family, and we were just discussing. We didn't feel like time was passing at all because the questions were very sincere and honest, and whatever we were attempting to give, also whatever little sincerity we had, that we are able to share. But the main point here, Prabhu, how do we determine our sincerity is that when somebody is asking question, our approach should not be to somehow or other convince that person of our answer. My aim is always to convince the hearer, the one who questioner of the answer. But the problem is, I myself am not convinced with it first. If I have that kind of a mood that I myself am not convinced with it first, then even if you are convinced, it doesn't make any sense. There is no sense. Doesn't make any sense to Krishna. Krishna will say, man, you yourself are not convinced. You are trying to convince others. This is the deceit we are talking about. This is the duplicity we are talking about. You have to be first of all convinced by deliberation, by this point, whatever is it. Are you 100% convinced that this is what you are speaking is something which you will work for you, or it has worked for you, or are you sure that it will work for the other person to whom you are speaking? So it's very important. It's really it's just between finally it's between we and we ourselves and Krishna. Krishna knows we are surrendered or not duplicity. Sir.
Prabhuji, just to relate it to this, what you have said last line, just for inquiry purpose, I am not discussing, I am just not arguing, I am just asking, as we have read or heard by Srila Prabhupada, we have to act like a postmaster or like a parrot to repeat what, and you are saying that till we are convinced, no use of saying to others. So these two, how we will relate it? We have to be.
Yeah, I got your point. Very nice question, Prabhu. The thing is, see, these two are totally complementing each other, Prabhu. There is no what you call contradiction here. I will tell you how. What we are talking about is 100% you, yes, Swanubhavam Akila Shruti Saramekh. You have to go through that experience or appreciate it by experience, and then you share it to others. For that, out of Karunaya, you have to give it to others. So that is the point that they talk about. But when they talk about this, doing it like a postmaster or doing it like a parrot, they say that don't contaminate the message by your material expectations in the form of, say, La Puja Pratishtha and all that. You understand? So what happens is, see, suppose a postmaster comes with a money order. He will just come, he will see your name, you will call out for your name, give it and go. He will not expect 5 rupees from it or 10 rupees from it. Or he will not take away 5-10 rupees from it without telling you. He's not a good postmaster. Postmaster means whatever letter comes to the right person, is giving it to whatever, and just does it very impartially and just moves on with the thing. You got it? So that kind of a transparent via media we should be. For that only this parrot and the postmaster's message is given. Parrot is given, in fact, for the reason. If I have to tell you, read from the purport directly, why Shukadeva Goswami is given that name Shuka parrot. In 113, there is one paragraph in which this beautifully it is really Prabhupada has given beautiful meaning to it. If you have 113 with you, Bhagavatam 113, in the middle of the purport, almost towards the end, last but 3 paragraphs, if you see, there is a paragraph starting with in Sanskrit. Yeah, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and then in Sanskrit. That if somebody can read this, you only can read this.
In Sanskrit, the parrot is also known as Sukha. When a ripened fruit is cut by the red beaks of such birds, its sweet flavor is enhanced. The Vedic fruit, which is mature and ripe in knowledge, is spoken through the lips of Srila Sukadeva Goswami, who is compared to the parrot not for his ability to recite the Bhagavatam exactly as he heard it from his learned father, but for his ability to present the work in a manner that would appeal to all classes of men.
This is the reason. So parrot does not mean simply to just speak whatever is it here simply without even understanding. No. Parrot means you taste it, and whatever the parrot has tasted with his beak is always considered as a good fruit, isn't it? Ripened fruit, isn't it? So that is the reason. He is able to present the work in the manner that will appeal to all class of men. The moment you see parrot has bitten it, then you blindly without checking you can take it because it will be ripened. It knows which is the right food, which has to be given to others. Got it? So this postmaster, parrot, and all these things, we should see it in the right person. Now you see how both are working in conjunction. Anubhava only is talking here also. So the parrot is Anubhava. He has enjoyed it. and then as he is giving it to us. So that's why the Bhagavatam that is there from the top, one by one, they are sitting, all the acharyas are sitting in the tree, one below the other. And they are passing on that fruit, and carefully it has come down, and we are just receiving it from them. And each one of them are biting it, and they are adding the taste more and more and more and more, like the parrot. Each one of them is Anubhavi parrot, Rasika Bhuvi Bhavaka. Okay. I hope this helps, Prabhu. Thank you for that beautiful visiting. Shiva Prabhu has been raising his hand for quite some time. Sorry, Shiva Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
just want to quote some material example.
Hmm.
For example, if a person is learned, then many other people have to tell that he is learned. The person cannot self-claim and that he is learned.
Sorry, come again. Many of the people can say they are learned.
What I'm trying to say, if a person is learned, then many other people have to say that he is a learned person. We cannot self-claim that we are learned.
Yeah, I myself cannot just proclaim.
Same way we have 360
The
feedback.
less
And
we speak, the yeah.
if
360 feedback. Krishna has 3600 feedback. He has 12 CADs, you know.
Yes,
You know that
Prabhuji.
shloka, no? The 12 CAD shloka. How many of you know the 12 CAD shloka? 6142. That's the Suryogne Kamarudeva Soma Sandhya Anidishaka. Kam Swayam Dharma iti etakyo eva sakshina. It's beautiful. Yete daikesya sakshina. If you go down, there are 12 CADs mentioned in this shloka. They are all watching. Krishna is watching through all of them, watching us through all of them. The sun is there. You may say, sun is there. What about night time? Night time, night itself is there. Day is there, night is there, evening is there, morning is there. Moon is there, demigod, sky, air, sun, fire, directions, water, land, so all are witnessing our activities. They are the CADs. Continuously, they have their CCTV camera on us, and they keep on directly transmitting it to the Yamraj. Even Super Soul is an ultimate the primary CID here. So yeah, Krishna does check and balance between all their CCTV cameras, and in all angles they see us. So this is even more than 360 degree.
Prabhuji, yes, if we self-appraise ourselves, we tend to overestimate our performance.
Exactly. The self-appraisal is always a dubious thing, you know. And appraisal by the others is also is also not very pure in itself. It's not very genuine itself. Somebody may give over this thing. You can always manipulate with all these people. Some bosses, they will think that, oh, you are a very important person. So even if you do a shabby job, they will give you some promotion, incentive, etc. Some people would have done a good job, but they may not be needed, or they would have gone to some other department. So they'll say, oh, he's gone into that department. That department should take care of his rewards or whatever. So everywhere, this is all imperfect things will be there. But in Krishna's case, all of them are doing their duty perfectly without any expectation of remuneration or whatever. And Krishna is also Atmadoharihi. Anybody does sincere service, he sells himself to them. But in order to do that, he has all these people around him. Just nice point, Shiva. Any other point before we close for the day? Sorry, somebody said something. Oh, Piyush Prabhu was telling about this this base witness. Yes, this is something which some devotees only found this acronym. It is there in the app also. If you see that in Grantaraj also it has come with this acronym. So we got to be really genuine as to the whole thing is about being genuine in our clarity and genuinity. It should be very clear as to what we need and what we have to do, what we want to, where we want to go, and what is the process, and are we putting in our best foot forward to proceed in our the right direction with the help of Guru, with the help of the Vaishnavas, the help of service and all the scriptures. This is where it's really good. So those two slokas which we shared in the group for the Association of Devotees is a very beautiful two slokas, and these two slokas for the quality of a guru and quality of a disciple is also very nice. In Bhagavad Gita also there are two verses, 4.34 and 35. 34 talks about quality of a specific disciple, and 4.35 talks about quality of the guru. So many such nice slokas are there, which gives us. But also I read another beautiful verse. We will read it tomorrow. It's already time now. We will read it tomorrow. It's a very beautiful verse and explanation also. The meaning. Anything else from anyone? So we go for the day. I think it's time also. Thank you so much. And tomorrow is Dashara. Wish you all a very happy Ramachandra Vijayotsava. Nice kirtans, nice thing program, whatever we do. Yes, we will continue the next sloka, and I would like to see how we can also go forward. Sing some more other slokas are also nice, beautiful verses are coming. So we will share them also in relation to our current reading. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. So stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Gautam Dev Panchakalpadam Prashchakapastam. Thank you so much, Prabhu Mataji. Hare Krishna. Have a nice.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.